Welcome everyone. Welcome to HireMe, the online platform that's changing the world one hire at a time. But before we get started, I'd like to ask everyone, how many of you are wearing black today? Will you please raise your hand if you're wearing black? Great, thank you. Now what if I were to tell you that I've decided that you are incapable of driving? That one person made the split decision that you are unqualified to do a task that you know that you can do. You might have been driving for years, you might even own a car, but none of that matters based on how you look. How would that make you feel? Yeah? Well, welcome to my world. A scenario like this happens to me every day, where someone makes the assumptions about my capabilities based off of my disability. Let me introduce myself. My name is Letisha Wexstten, and I am the founder and CEO of HireMe, the online platform that helps people with disabilities get jobs by showing how capable they really are. You see, I was born without arms, and I learned how to do everything with my feet. My parents taught me two things in life. One, that I need my independence, because they are not always going to be there to help me. And two, I need my education to support myself because, well, let's face it, I'm not going to be able to dig ditches. So with those two lessons, I became a photographer, a videographer, a graphic designer, an illustrator, and an artist. And yet I was still having a hard time getting hired. You see, it was the misconception of my disability that employers didn't really understand. So I set out to solve the problem. I knew that if I was going to have to prove my worth in this world, I was going to have to show everyone how capable I really am. So I started a YouTube channel. Hi everyone, this is Tisha Unarmed, and I'm here to answer all your questions about not having arms. And as you can see, I don't have any arms. With each quirky and informational video that I uploaded to my audience, my subscriber count grew, and so did my confidence. As of today, I have 142,000 subscribers. But I knew I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to help other people like me get hired. Within the first 2 months of uploading my first video, I had 6 job offers. So, during the EQ Accelerator program, we were asked to do in-person interviews. And so I interviewed 50 people with disabilities, and I asked them what types of features they would like to see in an online platform to help them land the job of their dreams. And here are the features that they said that they wanted. My closest models being LinkedIn, Indeed, Facebook, Monster, they did not meet the needs of my target audience. So I ventured out into making a new platform, one specifically designed for people with disabilities to help them showcase their job skills to employers. But who are my target audience? During my research, I found out that 56.7 million people in the US have disabilities. And of that, 59% of them are unemployed. However, when asked, 7 out of 10 said that they actually wanted to work. Imagine 70% of all people wearing black not being given the chance to drive. Less traffic in St. Louis. That's 23.4 million people in the US who want to work that are not being given the chance because of their disabilities. So my proposed solution is an online platform where they can connect to hiring companies. Oh no. Okay. Where they can connect to hiring companies, upload their video content, and showcase their job skills. The value proposition is enormous. Why wouldn't you want to hire someone with a disability? There's no reason, right? Because people with disabilities have a higher retention rate. It actually saves employers money and time from spending time and resources to hiring new employees who are not helping. It also makes a more inclusive workplace. And don't be fooled. I am recruiting the most qualified candidates for these job offers. People with disabilities are skilled and educated to fulfill the job needs. So if you're not convinced yet, the market opportunity is that there are 30 million small businesses in the US. And that take up 99.7% of the total employments altogether. Right now there are 7.3 million job openings, but there are only 6.4 able-bodied people to fill those positions. My opportunity is to connect those 24.3 qualified individuals with disabilities to those hiring companies. But the best part is that I only need to reach 5% of my total target audience in order to solve the employment problem in the US. Financials. How are we going to make money? My competitors are making millions and billions off of the industry. And because people with disabilities account for 1/5 of the total US population, I'm able to calculate that I will be able to reach their success at a 1/5 rate. So within the first year, I will be using 60% in annual revenue with recruitment services, 20% in ads, and so on. As my YouTube channel grew, I actually made $6,000 in ad revenue alone in the month of June. So the opportunity is there. There's a correlation between having 1 million users and having valuation. So within the third to fourth year, I will be able to meet my 1 million mark and possibly entertain the idea of a buyout from Microsoft or Google. Ooh, how exciting is that? So this is just an example of the annual revenue that I will be able to make within the third year at the 1 million user mark. My business objectives are to obtain enough funding in order to hire and obtain the team of skilled programmers and web designers in order to help build HireMe out. Within the first year of launching HireMe, I will become the #1 employment platform for disabilities because there are no other platforms like HireMe out there on the market today. Reaching 1 million users, and entertaining the idea of a buyout. With the use of funds from the EQ Accelerator program, 70% of my funds will be used for production development, assuming that I get $30,000. But these numbers actually work either way because of my financial determination. With the EQ Accelerator program, I've been able to move farther, faster. I've already met with lawyers and the president of Paraquad. My marketing is to leverage my audience that I already have with YouTube. And the opportunity is for you today to invest in HireMe because we are changing the world and I'd like to add your name to the list. I am capable of running a business like HireMe because of my disability. I am my target audience. As a graphic designer, I know how to sell a good product, and as an entrepreneur, I have the dedication and motivation to see it through. These are my founders, not my founders, I apologize, my advisors. These are my advisors. They are helping me network with the people that I need to in order to build out HireMe. So, I leave you with this. I am more than my disability and so are my audience. So please join me in changing the world one hire at a time. Join me at joinhireme.com. Are there any questions?
You mentioned reaching 1 million people. Is that the YouTube reaching 1 million people, or is that placing 1 million people in jobs? I'm not sure.
I apologize. That is reaching 1 million users on my HireMe platform.
Okay.
So I'm connecting business owners with people with disabilities So 500 of that could be people with disabilities, and the other 500 could be business owners. So it's just reaching the number of people on the platform. Yes?
What stage of development is the site in right now?
We have a landing page right now, but I have an actual investor who was interested in helping me build out the platform. I did have a mock-up of how it works. Unfortunately, it didn't work on my slide, but it's in the works, and there are plenty of people who are interested in helping me make it happen. Yes?
I get confused with the YouTube and the platform. So
I'm sorry.
No, you just tell me. So say I'm a recruiter and I'm scanning through LinkedIn looking for great hires. How would you get in my path? How do I connect all your users on YouTube and HireMe platform and then get in the stream of that recruiter to know it? Just help me make that connection.
HireMe is an online platform very similar to LinkedIn, but it's its own separate entity. So I'm using the business model of LinkedIn as the closest model, but I'm also using the success of my personal YouTube channel to showcase how it has been successful in helping me find job opportunities, networking with other people, and educating people that I'm more than my disability. So it's just a correlation between how I was successful in one platform, but creating my own.
So would you get those users on the current YouTube platform to come over, or you're just saying, hey, I built them here, I'm going to start over and build them on, and grow my users on HireMe, which might be different users?
Yes, so they would be different users, but I would market to my YouTube channel just simply by uploading a YouTube video, for example, of my pitch practice today. I could say, I'm building this, and you should all come over and help each other out with disabilities and networking with each other. So creating that initial launch by utilizing what I've already created. Thank you.
So thinking about that, and that explanation helped, I appreciate that. Then thinking about, so it's LinkedIn, but for
people with disabilities.
People with disabilities. So how is the platform customized so that somebody with a disability or an employer looking to hire somebody with disability would distinguish this from from LinkedIn, and also not run afoul of federal employment discrimination laws?
Could you rephrase the question?
Let me take the legal part out of it.
Okay.
So how do you have this customizable where you're asking specific questions about, for instance, what is your disability? Better yet, what are your abilities? And what sort of, is it customizable, or is it customized, or is it just like LinkedIn where you put stuff out there?
It's very customized. So we're having a survey run out. So when you start your online platform, it'll ask you, what's your disability? What are you capable of? What are the misconceptions that you might have about your disability? What kind of accommodations that you would need in order to work in the workplace? And really just educate employers so that when they do come on the platform and look at my profile page, they can say, oh, Tisha was born without arms, and she needs a chair that's a little bit higher so she can work with her feet. And here's a resource of a link to that chair so that you can buy it, making it easier for them to say, oh, okay, well, I can hire this person because she's qualified, she's got the education, and just because she's a little bit different doesn't mean that she's less.
Right.